So tell me something you once did casually that ended up becoming a very big deal.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
It actually happened when my dad lost his job.
What happened?
Now, my dad works at a finance department in their company.
Okay.
Every evening when he comes back home, he tells us stories about balancing accounts and taking reports.
Nice.
I don't used to understand what he says though, but I like when he talks about figures because he deals with reports, approval, and he basically works with numbers every day. So one evening he came back home looking small, not physically small, but he looks defeated. So when he came back, he didn't hug me like he normally does. He didn't even greet the house. That's when I knew something was wrong with my dad. Later on, I overheard him telling my mom that a large sum of money had gone missing in his working place. And somehow the system shows that the transaction were processed through his login ID. My mom asked him how come, since you're the only one that approves money that goes in and out. But my dad keeps saying I didn't do it, so I don't know. But when they checked his logins, it shows that it was approved through his own ID login, and that was what was frustrating him the most. He could see the money leave, but he just didn't know how. That night, he logged into the office system from home and he kept scrolling through the transaction, trying to find something, just anything that will make it clear. But he didn't see anything, so I guess maybe he was so tense and scared, that's why. Because he didn't calm down searching anything. So around midnight, he slept off in the couch, but the system was still awake. So me now, I couldn't sleep. Not because I was scared, but because I hate when something doesn't make sense.
Okay.
And this is where I should probably tell you something about myself.
Carry on.
I'm really good with numbers.
How good?
Try me and see.
Okay. 426 multiplied by 26.
11,076. So that night, when my dad was asleep, I gently carried his laptop to my room. I was just trying to check maybe there was a mismatch of numbers.
Okay.
So I went through the transaction history, amount, date and time stamps. At first, everything looked normal. The system clearly showed his logins authorized those transfers. Even I could see that part, so I almost gave up. Then something small caught my attention.
Here I come.
There were similar transactions that kept happening at a particular 2:13 a.m.
Okay.
I scroll further, same amount, different dates, but the date has sequence.
How?
Like it happens after every 7 days and at exactly 2:13 a.m. Now, to most people, that's nothing, but to someone who understands patterns, that's everything. Cause humans are so inconsistent.
Shut up, you.
Even if my dad was secretly doing something like that, which he wasn't, he cannot click confirm at the exact same minute on every day. That is totally machine behavior.
No.
So when I discovered that, I didn't immediately conclude anything. I just returned the laptop back. So the next day at school, I asked my ICT teachers, if someone uses your login on another computer, does the system record which workstation it came from? And he said yes. I said, perfect. So when I got home, I asked my dad something. How late do you do company work on your system at home? He said 10, 11, but he never passed 11, no matter how serious the work is. Then I told him to open his system and I showed him the transactions happening at 2:13 a.m.
What are you saying?
I said, that night you slept off, your system was odd, so I took it to my room. I was trying to match the numbers, but instead of mismatched figures, I found a repeated pattern.
What are you saying? What is this saying?
I showed him the timestamps I have written down, and if it was happening at exactly the same time, that suggests it might be scheduled. And if it was scheduled, then we should check which workstation initiated it.
How the fuck you know this?
My dad was just staring at me like I just added height. When I finished explaining the pattern to my dad, he didn't speak for almost a few minutes. Then he asked me, "What are you suggesting I do?" I told him to ask them to check if it was an automated scheduled task first. He said, "How?" So I said, "Tell them to wait until 2:13 a.m.
Okay.
If it happens again while you are physically with them, then they will know it's not you."
You make me proudly.
My dad said, "You think they'll agree to that?" Then I said they should, because if it is programmed, it will definitely run again. And that's our only chance to prove you're innocent.
So we don't have the capacity.
So the next morning, my dad went to the office and explained everything to the chief financial officer of the company. The man saw a point in what he was saying, so he acknowledged the suggestion.
Yes.
They didn't speak a word to anyone in the company. Instead, the HR was asked to type a termination letter to my dad in a board meeting so that no one would suspect what's going on.
Nice.
They counted the days left for the next transaction to occur. The day finally came. The CFO decided to escalate it to the head of IT, and they conducted a live monitoring session that night.
That's very good.
That night, the CFO and the head of IT with my dad stayed in the office till midnight to confirm what my dad was saying. But before then, they activated a real-time transaction monitoring on my dad's system and they waited.
Stay tuned. You will soon hear interesting news.
Lo and behold, at exactly 2:13 a.m., a transaction was immediately initiated right there on the screen. And my dad was physically present in the office and his system was idle, but yet the transaction triggered using his login ID. And then they checked the actual workstation ID. Guess what?
What?
It was traced to a workstation allocated to a senior account officer in another station. And I don't think my dad was actually a target. More like he was the unlucky one, because anybody could be a victim. So as the IT team checked deeper, they discovered a background schedule script embedded within the system task scheduler.
How?
The script was programmed to use my dad's login credentials.
Damn.
And before I forget, they found traces of external IP handshake attempts,
I don't understand. How?
meaning he must have had help outside the organization. So he was confronted with the evidence and everything. There was nothing to deny, so he accepted, and so the law took over.
You are under arrest.
A few days later, my dad officially resumed work. And during a departmental meeting, he told everyone the full story of how I noticed the pattern, how I suggested waiting for 2:13 a.m. and apparently the CFO was impressed. So a week later, I was invited to the office.
Oh my God! Wow!
When I got there, everyone was just smiling at me like I was some tiny consultant. The CFO bended slightly and said, "So you're the one who initiated the forensic review?" Then I nodded politely. One manager even made a joke. She said she would draft her appointment letter now. Everyone laughed. That day, they celebrated me like it was my birthday. They snapped pictures with me, even took a group photo self. My dad was just standing at my side looking like the proudest man alive.
I'm proud of you, you know that.
Weeks later, my dad came back home smiling. He said, "Do you remember that picture we took at the office that day?" Then I said yes. He said they have framed it and hung it in the office.
No.
I tried to act calm, but deep inside me, I was boiling with happiness.
I'm coming down.
And oh, he said they increased his salary and he got promoted. Because apparently they said leadership is not just about managing systems, it's about raising minds that can see what others means.
Exactly.
So yes, he was promoted because they can't hire me. But somewhere right now in a corporate building, there's a frame with my face on it. So now whenever my dad logs into his system at home, you hear him jokingly asking, "Madam Auditor, is everything balanced?"
So guys, I've created a WhatsApp channel for my special people. And if you want to benefit from me more than just watching my content, click the link and join the WhatsApp channel. The link is on my bio or the comment section. I am giving updates, sharp updates.